The final episode of Weather Underground for 2023. I'm Mike Bettis.
I'm Alex Wilson. Our expert, Dr. Nav, is here. So the whole team with you to say goodbye to 2023.
It's hard to believe.
2024.
Yeah, maybe put it in the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
Now, I do have some serious grocery shopping to do tonight because I need all my food for New Year's Eve.
What's the food?
Sauerkraut, sauerkraut, sauerkraut.
That's mine.
Never, never, never.
No?
One of my least favorite foods. I'm sorry.
Oh, those fighting
me.
words for Alex Wilson.
All me.
No, it's going to be cheese fondue, regular fondue,
that's
and
right.
white chocolate fondue.
Look at you. We're coming over. What time? Exactly. That's what I thought.
He's like, you don't even know my address.
No
and
invite
let's keep it
on that
way.
one, right? All right, so let's show you what's going
secret
on for
party.
New Year's Eve. Maybe you're doing fondue on New Year's Eve. Actually, the weather, coast to coast, pretty solid.
It's amazing how little precipitation there's probably going to be for most of us on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, so you've pointed out that a lot of those things that do happen outside, whether it's the big ball drop in New York City or the peep drop in eastern Pennsylvania, that's our jam.
That's our jam.
Why did we not go live from
I
the
don't
peep
know.
drop?
A what drop?
Peep.
You know, the
A
marshmallow.
giant peep.
How big is this peep?
Oh, it's huge. It's a very large
If they
peep.
made it edible, we would be there.
Oh, gosh,
Can you
yes.
imagine if it was like
Are
the
you
bowl
kidding?
last night and we got to eat the dropping
the
peep?
Pop-Tart, right?
Oh!
So let's
I would
talk
love
about,
to see that.
Let's talk about where the snow is right now. Some of you maybe are having some frozen peeps right now. Mix of rain and snow across the Tennessee Valley. It's starting to push its way south. Could a place like Nashville maybe get some flurries?
This is a little different than headed into Christmas weekend. This is colder.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've even seen some of those flurries, light rain showers work all the way into northern Alabama, North Georgia. So if you look outside and you're like, is that a snowflake?
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
No, not at all. So we're going to talk some details about that, some new fresh snow for you across the south. But let's go west. Boy,
And a lot of folks that aren't even there for it always count on watching it. And rain usually not in the forecast. We look at Los Angeles, currently 60 degrees. But as Dr. Nav just showed us, rain showers coming into the area. Temperatures holding pretty close to those low to mid 60s, but the sensible weather will definitely be changing. Mostly cloudy for your Friday. Tomorrow, rain likely, and we'll keep those rain shower chances going as we move forward. You can see cloudy skies, what we're saying on Sunday, but I still think some rain showers possible. Finally, the clouds begin to clear a bit into the early part of next week, with temperatures also slightly warming by then. So more of those low to mid 60s at that point. Let's talk about what we've got for cities across the west, including the Los Angeles area. LAX, no delays right now, but again, under those generally partly to mostly cloudy skies, winds 15 miles an hour. We think things could get worse at some of those airports across the west moving into the weekend as the rain shower chances begin to go up. Storminess moving into the LA area as we move through the weekend. So watch as we get into the morning hours tomorrow. Rain overspreads the area. Could be heavier at times, or at least moderate to heavy downpours. Some of those highest elevations could see a few snowflakes, but this is generally a rain event across Southern California. By later Saturday, rain beginning to move out, but as Dr. Nav mentioned, a little system could bring us some rain showers into Sunday, especially around places like Pasadena. Average monthly rainfall for the city of Los Angeles does increase here December, January, and into the month of February. So this would be the usual time where we would expect most of our rain. Even March stays fairly active before the rest of the year kind of settles and dries out. San Francisco, you've got delays, 1 hour, 18-minute ground delay right now, 62 degrees with 15-mile-per-hour winds. We do have some rain showers across the area. So again, if you are flying in or out of San Francisco today, be aware that you might be getting a text from your airline saying, hey, you know, that flight that was supposed to take off at 4, now it's more like 5:30. San Francisco, rain showers out there tomorrow morning. We've got more wet weather coming into the early to middle part of next week. So we start 2024, Mike, dry Monday, but Tuesday and Wednesday, rain moves in, temperatures cool a bit into the mid-50s by mid next week.
All right, Alex, thank you for that.
Did you see the snow out there? You're right. That's what you talk about, right? When the snow showers are coming down, honestly, when it's raining too, you're just looking for anything to talk about in an elevator. All right, today we've got rain, we've got snow across sections. Meanwhile, a couple people in the Northeast already drooling over that possibility. They're like,
Yeah, we gave them a peek.
show it to me. Well, we got much more ahead on Weather Underground so far this season. And that is music to the ears of folks in Pittsburgh, Western Pennsylvania. They'd love to get some snow showers, some snowfalls, so you could go, grab the sled and go down that neighborhood hill. Seasonal average for the city of Pittsburgh is 41.4 inches of snow. When we look at this divided up by month, December, we on average get about 8.3 inches of snow, almost a foot on average for the month of January. So January by far the big month for the city of Pittsburgh, but February no slouch, on average a little over 10 inches coming down. And March also an active month when it comes to winter weather out there in Western Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh averaging 7.4 inches inches of snow during the month of March. Mike, have not seen that this year, though.
No, we have not.
Delays currently over an hour and 15 minutes at SFO, so you may be sitting there a little bit longer than you anticipated. 62 degrees with winds at 15 miles an hour. So the wind's a little bit breezy, especially across the Bay Area. So we'll be watching for that. San Francisco, one of the spots we did anticipate some of those delays today, and sure enough, that's what we're seeing transpire. Now in San Francisco, weekend offers up rain chances. That would be generally on Saturday. I think Sunday's dry, Monday's dry. So end of year, start of new year, they're on the drier side, but just like that, rain showers coming back in for Tuesday and Wednesday. I think Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday then through the day. So right when you get back to work and school, you got to go back with rain showers. And you're like, great, I was enjoying the traffic-free days. No, now at this point, the full traffic's going to be back, and then the weather's not going to be great. Rain totals probably around an inch in San Francisco. I think some areas a little under, some areas a little over, but about an average of an inch across the area. When we look at the areas of low pressure, again, they're responsible for all the wind also that's been kicking up the waves, the really rough surf. We've got winds gusting to 47 miles an hour at that buoy just off the coast of Northern California. Into Sacramento, winds 7 miles an hour, but 24-mile-an-hour winds up in Seattle with winds gusting to 40 miles an hour. So those winds are kicking there in western Washington up there on the Space Needle. You can hear them. High surf alerts are in effect. We've got high surf advisories, high surf warnings across the coast of California. Of course, that was what we saw in that video, and even responsible for some evacuations of some coastal communities. We look at wave heights as high as 13 feet at some of these buoys, but 25 feet farther out, those large waves might continue to work into the weekend.
It's going to be rough right through tomorrow. So we're going to see.
Yes.
And we're going to learn some things, and it's all having something to do with the new year.
All right.
Maybe it's weather, maybe it's pop culture, maybe it's something else.
All right, let's do it.
Let's, you guys just write down your answer.
Okay.
It's all multiple choice.
Okay.
So the first one is the ball that will be dropped in New York City is how many feet in diameter? 10, 12, 20, or 24? A, B, C, or D?
B.
Alex says C. Mike says B, and Mike is correct. It is 12 feet in diameter, and it's also 12,000 pounds in weight.
Oh, kicking off this new year and
That's
good
very
shape.
calorie dense.
It's bigger than it's ever been.
Right? Dang.
Okay, next question is, we need leap years like 2024 because it takes how many days for Earth to make a complete trip around the sun? A, 365, B, 365 and a quarter, C, 365 and a half, or D, 366? Alex says B, and so does Mike. You both are correct.
Yes.
365 and a quarter days.
I'm not usually good at like Earth, Moon, Sun
Good job.
questions, but this year.
You did well on that one.
We'll get to the distance ones later.
Perfect.
Okay, here's our next question. The first U.S. soil to ring in the new year will be U.S. land. Is it Wake Island, American Samoa, Hawaii, or Puerto Rico? You got to think of where the international date line is.
Where's Wake Island?
Why is Scott laughing at us because we don't know?
D?
Both say D, Puerto Rico. That's actually not correct because
it's Wake Island where we don't know where it is.
It is just west of the international date line from Hawaii. And American Samoa is on the east side of the international date line. So Wake Island is where America's Day begins. Yeah. See, we're learning some things.
We're going to go live from there next year.
That was super tricky now.
Apologies, Wake Island. We
Okay.
don't know you.
Sunrise at the North Pole in 2024 will be on what date?
Wait,
January. When does the sun rise at the North Pole in 2024? January 20th, February 20th, March 20th, or April 20th?
A.
Both say A, January 20th. It's actually
It's February.
February. I'm sorry, no, it's March 20th.
What?
Why is it March 20th?
I don't know.
That is the spring equinox when the whole half of the Earth is lit up, and that's when the North Pole gets
That
the
long?
sunrise.
Dennis
should
is
have been.
still, he's like, and where did they figure that
How
out?
do we not
Wake
know
Island?
that one?
Okay,
Idiots.
one of the best romantic New Year's Eve scenes is featured in When Harry Met Sally. Released in what year? 79, 89, 99, or 09? You both are correct.
89.
That's a 1980s classic. If you haven't seen the New Year's Eve scene in that movie, it is really touching.
I had
It's
it,
wonderful.
so I'll watch it.
Okay, we got another question. The lyrics of Auld Lang Syne start with, should old acquaintance be forgot? And then it says, and never brought to mind, or wherever you may find.
Oh my gosh,
or
I actually
forever
just
look
hummed.
behind, or and sever ties that bind. Which is it? And it's not.
Those are the lyrics for me.
Hey,
Both say A. What is the correct answer? You are correct.
Yay!
So you're not going to have to go. Very well done. Okay, we got one more question.
Okay.
The coldest ever New Year's Day morning low in Miami was in the year 1918 with a temperature of 22, 26, 32, or 36.
New Year's Day ever? New Year's Day ever?
Yeah.
Yep. Let's
B.
see the both.
I
Mike
say-
says B, Alex says C. The answer is actually D. That's the coldest New Year's Day we've ever had. Okay, we've got more questions in our 24 questions as we ring in the new year. Here